The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the individual hosts and do not necessarily reflect the views or position of Glickman Digital Media, Your Culture's Edge Podcast Network, our shareholders, and our sponsors. This is a Glickman Digital Media original production. Welcome to Growing Your Life with Debbie Santillo. Listen to Deb as she talks to you about her struggles, her opportunities, and her blessings. She gives wisdom with a dose of common sense. She shares her career being a model actress, as well as a writer for a number of publications. And no, here is Debbie Santillo, but you can call her Deb.
This is Debbie Santillo, and I'm here in my very own backyard in an 85-degree, hazy, sunny day, standing in the pool, practicing what I preach. I told everyone that they should just take a little time out for themselves, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm getting my half hour in. I'm all covered up, got my sunscreen on, long sleeve shirt. I'm still enjoying my beautifully warm, crystal clear water, though. That's for darn sure. Sometimes you could just tell what things are. You could just feel it out. You could just sense it. It doesn't have to be right before you. Sometimes you just get a real good feeling for something. Sometimes you get a real bad feeling towards something. Hopefully, you run for your life. But I appreciate my first peach. I will have to be diligent now every single day. Once the first peach comes, I'll have to get out there every day and make sure I shake the tree just a teeny bit and go ahead and gather the fruit that falls. Because if I don't, bugs will start getting to them. Deer and squirrels and bees will start coming and burrowing their way into them and eating them from the outside to the inside. They'll get wasted. I don't want to waste anything. I don't like wasting food. I don't like wasting time. But I don't consider taking a half-hour break, standing in my pool. I'm standing over in a shady spot, even though the rest of my pool is fully in the sun almost all the time. I don't like wasting. I've had to learn to live for the moment. There's so much going on in my life. Some things good, some things bad. Some things I get crazy over because no matter how hard I try, I can't control it. Other things, ooh, look out. I'm on the phone, I'm on the internet, I'm in your face, and I am making sure that if something's not right, that the wrong gets righted. Just the way I am. Just the way I'm built. So I'm going to make sure I get out here as best I can and gather peaches daily and, make poached peaches for my grandson and my family, and kind of gave up on canning. I did it for a while, and I don't know. It's just not. It's a great way of taking advantage of all this fruit. Great way. Don't get me wrong. But I've also learned that I can take these peaches and just take the skin off and slice them and put them on a wax paper on a sheet tray and slip the sheet tray into the freezer and leave them there for a while till they get solid and frozen. I mean, it's not a deep freezer. It's not quick flash frozen like, vegetable companies can do. But I get them real cold, real hard, and then I just slide them into a Ziploc bag, and then I do more. And they stay really lovely, especially if you just want to take the peaches and eventually poach them or mash them or put them in, fold them into a cake or make a peach puree, which is lovely. I don't know if you're into cocktails, but it goes into several lovely cocktails. You can make a peach margarita if you'd like. Anyways, I'm not out to waste moments of time. This summer has taught me, especially. Now, I know we've had summers that have gone by fast before, but gosh, I don't know. This summer took so long to come, and it just seems to be like slipping away from us so fast. And I adore summer weather. I suppose one day if I find myself having, haha, joke, any extra money, I would love to get some kind of a place towards the south that I can kind of escape to, where the weather would be lovely in the wintertime. I'm sorry. I learned to snow ski when I was younger, and I used to love ice skating and grew up making snow angels in the backyard and all that fun stuff. But I am not a cold weather, snow buddy kind of person. Now, if I'm just doing a special outing, if I'm just going snow skiing for a day and I'm totally prepared, no, absolutely, I'm all over it. I love it. I got my cute coat and cute pants and boots and all that fun stuff, and earmuffs and matching gloves, all that. And you could just go snow skiing for the day, and it's exciting and it's an activity, and then it's over. But day after day after day, driving in it and dealing with the harshness and the cold and all the clothes you have to pile on top of yourself just to go out the door, not for me. Don't love it. Anyways, time. We need to really be thankful for the amount of time we've been given. You never know when your time is up, they say. You can't count on tomorrow, they say. And I think they're right. Unfortunately, there have been people who have passed that I've known and loved. And if you had said to me 5-6 weeks before that, I never would have known that they were going to suddenly be gone. Very sad. People I miss dearly. But those situations taught me I really got to make each day count. It's not like I think I'm going to become this wildly known, famous, disgustingly rich person. I mean, maybe I could. You never know. I'll take it. But I certainly want to be able to at least acknowledge all the different passions, talents, and gifts inside of me. And I really, really want to be able to use those. Practice them. Try them out. Put them on for size. Not everything is meant to happen. Not everything is meant to be. Not every door that opens is the right door. I've tried on several doors, if you must know, and the doors sometimes look real enticing on the outside. They're real decorative. They're real like, oh, come on in. And you get in there for a very short time and you see that, it's not that great. I worked for a restaurant like that once, back about 5 years ago. I decided, I'll get back into the restaurant business. And I had taken my son to lunch at this one place, and I really liked the vibe. It was really cool. And I'm not shy. So I looked at the waitress and I told her, I said, I'm a chef. Are there any openings? She gave me an application form and she says, I'm not sure. I think the floor staff is all full at this time. I was like, no, I mean kitchen help. I'm a chef. And she kind of was like, oh. She says, well, seems like they're always needing help in the kitchen. So I filled out the form, handed it in. I don't know, she shoved it underneath the hostess desk. God knows if anybody even saw it. Went back in about 3 months later. Was having some dinner. And mentioned to what turned out to be the floor manager. And told her that I had handed in a form, months ago and never heard from anybody. She said, that's really weird. She goes, you know what? We're looking for kitchen staff. Let me get you the kitchen manager. She gets the kitchen manager, comes out, basically gives me a casual mini interview, asked me to come back on Tuesday to meet the chef. Tuesday afternoon I was hired. Wednesday I was starting. I thought it would be cool. I had been on a journey for many, many years to try to lose a lot of weight that I had gained. I had a bad gallbladder. I had 2 C-section children. I, was feeding them all the time. Typical thing that happens with motherhood and you're staying home, even though I was doing stuff all the time. But I really did put much more weight on, or keep it on, I should say, than I wanted to. After I had my daughter, I did not. I started losing all the weight. But after I had my son, forget about it. I was 34 and gosh, it just wasn't going away. And then as I entered the 40s, it seems like a little teeny half pound every year would creep on me. And then I got to be a couple pounds and I didn't like it. Anyways, I had been on a journey trying to figure out a way, knowing that all these different diets and all these different meal plans, and it just not me. It just wasn't going to be me. The only thing that seemed to work for me is for me to be super active and sweat really hard, but I'm not really a big aerobics person as far as, walking or running or bicycling to the point where I'm ready to fall over. You know what I love doing? I love dancing. I will dance my little heart out. I will dance till I sweat my brains out. So that's what I did. I went to one of these Zumba classes and, certainly accomplished that. And then I had started in this restaurant and was running myself ragged behind the line, doing everything that I had to do. Within the first 5 weeks of working there, Deb lost 8 pounds. I was like, whoa, wow, this is really working. I needed to sweat. I needed to sweat all the toxins out of me. It's like I had blockages or something. I don't know. I just want to recommend to women, it's like never, it's lovely. I wish I had sculpted arms and maybe I'm going to try that next. My son's going to maybe help me. They're not going to be perfect, but maybe I can, get them a little tone. But, sweating, whatever way you could do it. Like I said, my gig wasn't running around or bicycling. And you'll have to forgive me. I am in the path of an airport. Not near it, but obviously in a path. Seems like every time I try to do a podcast, an airplane goes by. Anyways, that put me on a journey and eating more healthy and starting to grow all the vegetables and fruits and herbs in my gardens and trying to cook down chickens and have my own fresh broth and with the herbs in it in the winter time with lots of vegetables and it just put me on a really good path. I wasn't wasting any time, that's for sure. I always was busy doing something like that. Time. It's really important. Sometimes if you over push yourself, you have to get to the gym or you have to run this much and that much. Now some people thrive on that. They thrive on that. My husband likes getting out every single day and running 3 miles. God bless him. It's not for me. I like to have it happen just kind of naturally. Nobody's around. In the kitchen, I'm cooking. I'll put the radio on in the kitchen, push my center island out of the way, go at it. Have a great time, go take care of myself, come back, cook. I love it. And I do know this, that even though I have decided that time and talents and energy shouldn't be wasted, sometimes you do have to just sit back and kind of give things a feel. This is Debbie Santillo, and I hope you keep growing.
Growing Your Life was created by Debbie Santillo, and developed, produced, edited, original music by CJ Glickman. This is Your Culture's Edge Podcast Network presentation, and a Glickman Digital Media original production, all right reserved.